All right. Well, hello, guys. We've got Jackie here. Jackie, nice to see you. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Nicole. Thank you so much for having me again.
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks just for sharing. For those watching, Jackie has gone through my 6-month program and has a lot to share. So we're just going to dive in. So, Jackie, if you could, what were you struggling with before our group program, before the 6-month program?
Before I was reinvented by Nicole with Nicole's help. I was struggling a lot with pain. I struggled with a lot of pain. I've always had back pain issues and just felt like I was just all the time inflamed and I couldn't move. I didn't have the mobility. I sit all day. So obviously I'm stationary and don't have that ease of getting out there, working out a lot. But pain was a big, big factor. Obviously other things like medications and overall health, that those are some of the struggles that get you kick-started in the right direction for revamping yourself with a new nutritional way of looking at life.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think you touched on them a little bit, but how was that affecting you both in work, at home, with exercise, maybe even diet?
Yeah, it affects you because you're working or you're not mobile, you can't move, but yeah, you're always in pain. So that's like the first thing in your mind. You don't have clarity. You don't have that ease of getting up in the morning and going. You don't have a strength. It just weighs on you both mentally and physically. So when you're in pain or when your health issues are just not aligned well, it just makes you a little less productive. It just makes you feel sluggish and um, just a little bit miserable. You can't have that fulfilling moment that you are intended to have.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And, I'm always curious because sometimes we're set in our ways and in our body, and we think, well, this is just age and this is just the struggle and what I have to deal with. So as time passed and maybe even before and then in the program, what were some breakthroughs, both those of knowledge and those of actual change within your body that happened for you?
So obviously the most noticeable one and the one that everybody loves is the weight loss, right? The weight comes off, you look great, you fit into everything, it builds your self-esteem. But the non-noticeable one to everyone was the pain. The pain has diminished substantially. You still have your bad days here and there, especially depending on what type of foods you eat or incorporate to your day. But it's more manageable. It's not present. It's not, the first thing on my mind. I'm mobile. I can do things. I get up, earlier. I love sleeping. Obviously, I
Don't we
love
all?
sleeping. But even then, that doesn't become, like present. That's not the first thing that you're always not wanting to sleep or rest or tired. You have more stamina, you have more strength, you have more clarity, you have more agility. You feel lighter. So that is the less noticeable but most beneficial thing that I've experienced. And then learning new ways to eat. I know we are, like you said, set in our ways. We're set in our cultures. We're set on what we want. But at the same time, it's a little bit of a give and take. So learning to eat new foods, trying out new things, learning to know what you like, learning to know what you dislike, as far as giving everything a try, having an open mind. And especially if you're trying to reach a very important goal, such as I was. I mean, I
Right.
literally said, I'm too young. I can't be in this much of a pain constantly. It was every day. And so for me, the way I thought about it is I have to do something drastic. And so drastic, well, what's the saying that goes, desperate calls for drastic measures. I don't know.
Yeah. Desperate
And
times call for desperate measures, right?
correct. Thank you. So that's what I thought. I said, I have to do something drastic. Enough of the Band-Aids, enough of the taking pills for pain, enough of the, just small little diets for small little times. You have to have an overhaul change of lifestyle.
Right. Finding the alternatives and the ones that work for your body, because your body is different from everyone else, right?
Correct.
And feeling the change. Now, as we made these changes, would you say that you felt deprived? And would you say that you had options available where you could almost replace what you had before but it was healthier and it was still just as delicious.
So yes, I do have to say, I have struggled with weight, all my life. And before, you come from a time where you didn't have the gluten-free, the sugar-free, the keto version, the
Right.
this, that, and the other alternative natural sugars that you can do, and finding whatever really works for you.
Hmm.
You didn't have all those options or as many options to eat out. You didn't have the wrapped cheeseburger on a lettuce,
Let
kind
us
of
try.
thing at a restaurant, where now you do. So yes, that it is definitely easier to find alternatives. Do you have to make a little bit of sacrifices? I'm not gonna lie. Yes, you do. But again, that ultimate goal of, where it is that you see yourself, or where it is that you want, what it is you want to accomplish, gives you the strength to get there. And then you find out that, hey, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to go back to the old way. It's not worth it to go back to eating non-healthy foods, because you'll feel it, within the next day or two, you'll feel that your body's reacting to those things. So you
Right.
definitely learn to work around it, and you learn to live with it.
Right. And it's great because in today's day and age, we do have those options. So you want to go to the keto bakery, if you're local here, there's 2 keto bakeries within an hour, depending on kind of where you are, but within an hour of each other. If you want
Mhm.
to have pasta, you can still have pasta. Like if you want delicious food, and sometimes even your kids looking at your plate over theirs, like that happens.
Yeah, I've
So
learned to bake. There's so many groups out there of support. There's so many different chefs and recipes out there that you can try, and you learn which ones you love, learn which ones not to try again. But it's
right.
a trial and error. It's actually fun. I've made it like a little journey of learning, different things, trying different recipes, and a lot of my dishes are, believe it or not, synonymous with what I cook for my family. They're just maybe a little tweak, or once I cook for my family, I will dish out my portion and then finish it off for them, which whatever type of spin off of like their foods, or if I want them to be healthier, or if they want to join in with what I eat, then they also are welcome to my foods. For the most part, are very nutritional. So it you can make it work. It's just, or cooking certain foods and then adding side dishes that they love. Um, it's doable, completely doable.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Um, Now, you might have already answered this, but a big aha moment. What was that for you after the program?
So the biggest aha moment for me was that is doable. It's not
Awesome.
something that you can, don't think of it as depriving yourself. Don't think of it as a punishment of some sort. Don't think of it as a dieting of some sort either. Think of it as a way of life, as a new lifestyle for you to accustom yourself to, just like when you were growing up. When you were growing up, you didn't know what you were being fed. You just know whether you liked it or not, right? And
Right.
you got to use certain culture, like I said, and I keep going back to cultural because I'm Spanish. So for us,
Mm.
it's rice. Like there's rice everywhere, right? So, and not that I'm saying there's anything wrong with that. What I'm saying is that that's what we were fed, and that's what we got used to. It's the same thing with the new way of life of being nutritional and eating healthier food. It is what you need to get used to. It is what you need to find those recipes that you enjoy, with those seasonings that you love. Put that love into it, and just find new ways of appreciating that way of life.
Right. Right. Great. So, now that you've been through the program, like what is something that you're just excited about, that you're just enjoying, pre-Jackie, post-Jackie? What is that?
Well, what I'm enjoying the most is my energy. I have more energy. I have, like I said, more clarity. I'm not as tired. I'm not in pain.
Mm.
And obviously, the great benefit that comes with it, the looks. I dropped so many pounds, and you get to sport new clothes. You get to really treat yourself. Your self-esteem goes up. Your self of of power, if you will, within your own body,
Mm.
taking back control, if you will.
Awesome. And would you be willing to share how much weight you lost during the program? or from the
So
program?
I've lost a total of 28. I know last time we talked, I've lost about 23, 26. Now I'm kind of like stabilizing where it's kind of like staying at the same plateau, and
Good.
that's okay. Everybody's
You
different.
look great. I'm just saying. Yeah.
Everybody's different. Dropped a couple of sizes, but like I said, you just feel differently. You feel amazing. The energy and everything that comes with it.
Yeah. And a wardrobe change, right? Or fitting into
Yeah,
maybe
I'm
older
still
jeans or
working on that, because then you find that you buy new and then you shrink more and then you buy new. But obviously, it's fun. It's been
yeah.
a fun journey. It's been a fun year and a half.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah. Okay. So quick last question. We'll jump to, but any other benefits, any other gratitude that you'd like to share about, anything that you hope for others to hear, that maybe you wish that you had heard earlier on?
Um, don't necessarily try to substitute everything. Just try to be an open mind and try new things. And maybe what that would mean is, at the beginning you get caught up in a circle of, I need to substitute bread, I need to substitute pasta, like you mentioned, I need to substitute, I need to find, and so it can get a little bit costly. But if you have an open mind and try different things, then you'll find yourself that you don't need those other things, and you're really not missing them. They were just the first thing in your mind.
Great point. Great point, Jackie. Well, Jackie, thank you. Thank you for being open and transparent. It's been a journey, and the thing that I love is that you are self-sufficient. And that's my goal. That's my hope for those who go through these programs, that you guys learn about your bodies, understand them better, and that you are now on the right track. And so you can teach other people, which hopefully, they've been learning from you too. So
And what I love about the program the most was, learning from you how to listen to my body. You just said that. And when we were going through the program, you would say, well, let's try this and let's see how you feel. And it does have a certain reaction within your body. It may not be, as prominent or as fast as you think, but overall you will start to pay attention, to be in tune with that, and to learn more about yourself. And that was one of the biggest values I took of your program, is learning to listen, learning to try new things, and learning to know how I feel differently. And that was like powerful for me.
awesome. Oh, I love hearing that. Well, I won't take up too much more of your time, but I just want to say thank you. Thank you again for sharing, for being transparent. Guys, if you have any questions about just the program, about kind of Jackie's experience a little bit more, just let me know. And if she's willing to share or talk to you, then, we can go from there. But Jackie,
Thank
enjoy the
you.
rest of your day. Yeah. And
Well, my darling,
we'll
thank you for
talk
everything.
soon. Yeah, absolutely. Take care now.